Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Gear 360 Plays Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we started our way on fighting Whitney. Well, not really, you didn't have all that powerful Pokemon. Anyway, so we fought a couple of the trainers in here and found them to be relatively simple to get past. So, I'm honestly thinking if we can figure out where the maze goes. Okay. I'm thinking if we can figure out where the maze goes, this should be a cinch. Here? Right, okay, here and then in. Okay. Yeesh. So I think there's two more trainers before Whitney. Don't let my Pokemon's cute looks fool you. They can whip you. Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, but, it shouldn't be too hard. She's one of the ones that I've really been concerned about. Oh, yeah. Whitney, as I've mentioned before, has that Miltank who has reached legendary status, quite frankly. It's not that it's so powerful as much as it's got Milk Drink, which brings its health back, and it's got that terrible rollout attack. How did you miss? It's asleep. But yeah. So, what have I been up to recently that you guys would find interesting? I do a thing for my church called Vacation Bible School. Some of you may know what that is. Some of you may not. But I'm one of the instructors, if you will, of a class. And we just got done with that Vacation Bible School thing. I wasn't weak. Look at me. None of my Pokemon are over level 20. Wait. Nope. None of them. Which is sad. Alright, so you're not Whitney, but you are. Cute Pokemon better than strong Pokemon. Okay. You're not going to last long. But yeah, I just finished up with that. And the theme, they always have a theme every year. And some of these themes are better than others. Some of them don't really make a lot of sense, but that's none of my business. For example, last year's was what they called Agency D3. And the 3Ds were Discover, Decide, Defend, right? And it was this whole thing, discover Jesus and all that stuff. And I did that. I did kind of sciencey stuff. My whole concern with it was to keep the kids entertained. I know that stuff it can sometimes get a little boring, especially for younger kids. My whole point was to keep the kids entertained enough so that they'd come back the next day and maybe bring some friends, because I want to make sure that they have a good time while they're there. This year, on the other hand, it really didn't lend itself to the kind of stuff I like to do. So instead of the experiments, which, that's good. That's fine. See, this is why I hate defensive moves on my Pokemon, but they're fine for everyone else's. But yeah, everyone was kind of expecting me to do mostly the same thing, right? More experiments, more blowing stuff up, because everybody loved it. All the adults that were there would come and watch my class, which was funny, because it's I'll be presenting to all these little kids, and all the adults are in the back, and they're like, yeah, I want to see this thing blow up too. And I did the whoosh bottle, which was a lot of fun. I enjoy showing off sciencey things. If you weren't a trainer's Pokemon, I'd catch you. Oh, sleep effect. Dadgummit. I'm going to keep fighting because I think I can take it before it takes me. No, stop that. Wake up. But yeah, this year's theme, and like I said, they always have a theme, but this year's theme was Mount Everest, which is weird, right? That doesn't make a a lot of sense. But yeah, it was a Mount Everest theme, and the tagline, if you will, was overcoming challenges through God's mighty power, or something like that. And it was difficult for me to come up with, a thing for my classroom, because I always like to try to up myself whenever I do something like that. So what I did was essentially make a quote-unquote base camp, and I taught them some, made a bunch of games kind of based around, climbing a mountain and survival-ish stuff, right? So the first night we tied ropes. I had a couple of knots that I thought were pretty neat. They were simple enough that kids would stun spore. You know what? I'm gonna say no. Yeah. I've already got a sleep attack, and I've got the poison one, so I don't need stun spore. Jigglypuff. Nah. Well, let's keep Bellsprout out. I kind of want a strong grass type for later. Or was I? Oh yeah. So I had a bunch of mountain climbing themed stuff. Ropes on the first night, which also kind of let me, set up the idea for my class, if you will. From there, it was a matter of let's see. The second night, what did I do? Second night, I did the tank game, if you will, which is where you blindfold them and give them a soft ball to throw, and then you have another person stand behind them and kind of guide them around. And it's difficult to explain, I guess, without actually knowing what it is, but it was a lot of fun. I had one class that was had a bit of trouble, but whatever, still good times. All right, let me check my Pokemon real quick. I shouldn't, but I'm going to send Bellsprout out first and see how he does. Because I want to have Ghastly, and I know Ghastly's low level, but I want to have Ghastly come out and work on Miltank a bit, because none of those nasty attacks I'm afraid of will hit him. So let's start with Ghastly. I think... Oh, so I got into it too. Sorry. The Pokemon are super cute. You want to battle? I'm warning you, I'm good. No, you're terrible, and we all hate you. Alright, here we go. Clefairy. Alright, off to a good start. So she uses only normal type Pokemon. In case you didn't know. I'm probably repeating myself from another episode. But third night we did this really cool game. No. Third night we did, oh, stars. What was the third night? Cut you. Ow. 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 Stop that. Stop that for good. Alright, third night... Stars, what did we do? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change out to Ghastly. But third night we did this game with 2x4s, where you had like two teams of three, excuse me, each with their own... Yeah, you missed. Of course not. Hit this time. What? What? No. Rollout's a normal attack. You're not supposed to hit me. What do you mean, hit me? That's not good. Things are not as I expected them to be. But that curse should last even after Ghastly's gone. Yeesh. But yeah, it was essentially, what do you mean it doesn't? Fine. Go Geodude. Pound on this thing. Yeah, but the 2x4 game, you got to work. These two teams have to work in tandem. Well, I should say each team has to work against each other to race to the end of a. No. Well, at least Curse is still working. Hit. Do it anyway. No. See this garbage right here. I'm gonna hit you anyway. But yeah, the 2x4 game was supposed to be like skis, which isn't really in keeping with the whole Everest theme, but you get the point. That was good. Well, if nothing else, at least the Curse will... No! At least the fact that Geodude is a rock type will... Boom! Boom! Just like that. Oh. I was really concerned about this fight, and I guess I didn't need to be. Like, I've had so much trouble with this fight every time I've done it before. Sob. Why, you're me? Really? You child, you. What do you... Grow up. Why, snivel hick, you meanie. Okay. Oh no, you made Whitney cry. It's okay, she'll stop soon. She always cries when she loses. Well, Sniff, what do you want, a badge? Oh right, I forgot. Here's plain badge. Stars, that's hardly professional. Okay, strength outside of... Oh, also, okay, so I've got strength now. No, I don't. No, I don't. What? Where do I get strength? I'm confused. Alright, well, I'm going to go heal up. And I'll meet you outside of the Pokemon Center. See you in a second. And we're back. Sorry about that. So that was an interesting battle. I was dreading that a lot more than I thought I would. But now that we've beaten Whitney, we can go over here to the flower shop. Oh, you're better than Whitney. You'll be okay then. Here's this squirt bottle. Alright. So, squirt bottle. Very important. What we're about to do. Now, this is really obnoxious, right? You'll see what I'm about to do, but this bottle stays in my pack for the rest of the game, and as far as I can remember, does nothing else. Which is really kind of obnoxious. But yeah. Let me check my pack real... No, not that button. Dadgummit. Let me check my pack. Thank you. Do I have... Okay, that should be okay. Yeah, I need Pokeballs for what I'm about to do. For those of you who probably haven't played this game before, I wonder how many of you have actually played the Johto games. But anyway, for those of you that haven't, there's a wiggly tree, quote-unquote, up here that I'm about to run into. That fella right there. And I'm going to save first. I'll be right back after I save. Alright, so this little fella right here is a problem. He's blocking the route between Goldenrod and Violet, and Ecruteak. It's a weird tree. Use the squirt bottle. Yup. Gear, use the squirt bottle. Ooh, doesn't like that. Doesn't like the squirt bottle. It attacked. The tree attacked me, guys. But it wasn't a tree, it was a Sudowoodo! And it's the only one you can get in the game. Alright, so... it really looks, oddly enough, like a tree, right? But it's not. This is a rock-type Pokemon. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm sure there's some weird Japanese creature out there that this is in relation to. Yeah, see? Rock type. Now, I kind of want to use Vine Whip here, But I know what'll happen if I do, in that it won't actually work. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to keep whittling it down and whittling it down until it is catchable. And there we go. I was afraid I wasn't going to catch him. Pseudo-Wudo. If a tree branch shakes when there is no wind, it's a Pseudo-Wudo, not a tree. It hides from the rain. Because it's a rock type. It's a rock type that looks like a tree and doesn't like water. Alright, so from here, we're going to run over into Violet City and heal up before we head up the trainer route into Ekritique. This also makes it a whole lot easier to get home if ever we need to again. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Take care.